Who's on? And let's get this going. Make sure volume's all right for everything. And we're. Hmm.
What song is this?
Oh, it's a song I got made for the show, the channel.
Oh, so this is an original to you?
Yeah, I didn't. Yeah, I it's a commission song, but
Yeah, that's so cool.
Oh, thank you for the follow, by the way.
You put an S before the G. In,
Oh.
My name.
Oh, there we go. Perfect. Would you like to introduce yourself? Tell us your name, what you do, how long you've been doing it, that sort of thing.
Hello. My name is Lonely Dragonz, but on Twitch I go by Dragon Tales. I actually later on down the line kind of shot myself in the foot for not just always being Dragon Tales.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's my name, Lonely Dragonz, or Dragon Tales, or Luna Damon if you know me from my SFW work.
Mm. And what do you do? What's your thing? What's your specialty?
I make audio erotica. I make audio erotica, so I arouse with sound.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
And so, did you start your sort of online career by doing this, or did you have something else you were doing beforehand?
Before, I was just putting food on shelves. So it wasn't I wasn't doing anything in terms of voice acting before doing audio erotica. My introduction to it was kind of spontaneous.
Mm-hmm.
So okay, so I was on Twitter, just of course doom scrolling on Twitter, just looking for anything. And there was this, how people can add sounds to TikToks and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
So in the sound, there was this woman's voice, and she had the most sultry voice I'd ever heard in my life. Now I know today that it was actually Bordeaux Black, but yeah, it was Bordeaux Black. But the person who replied to me, I guess they thought it was someone from a Reddit audio. So I was like, what TV show is this woman from? I need to find whatever show this is because I need to hear who she is. And they were like, no girl, this is a Reddit audio. I was like, what is a Reddit audio? So they DM me this link and it takes me to, of course, Gone Wild Audio. And at first, reading the description of the community, of course, it's the whole arousing with sound, blah, blah, blah. But I immediately just assumed it was gonna be just a bunch of people just jacking off in the community. And so I was like, if I open this audio, I'm gonna press play and it's just gonna be somebody jacking off. And then I pressed play and of course it was somebody just jacking off. But as I continued to go through the community, I ended up coming across, of course, the audios that are very story based.
Mm-hmm.
And so I was like, oh my goodness, wait, this was starting to get a little intricate. What's this about? And so it was kind of just history from there. And at first I was very nervous on joining the Gone Wild audio community because I was I don't know, I was so nervous. And for a bit I was okay, do I only just just do a little bit of script writing, or because I had my own ideas that I wanted to do, but I was let me just start by writing a script. And then I wrote the script and I was ready to just post it, and then I got to thinking that damn, but what if when I post this script and whoever performs it don't perform it how I want it performed? Right. So I was fine, I guess I'll do it myself. And I performed it. I actually ended up deleting that one. So like, what's considered technically like my first
Thank you for the follow,
like
Rocky.
audio like is actually just like not posted anymore. But that one ended up performing really well, and then I performed the script bill after that, and that one performed really well too. And I just kind of kept going from there.
Mm.
Here I am today.
Yeah. So, since we're just kind of starting out, what are some like vocal warm-ups of choice that you use, if any?
Now the vocal warm-ups of choice I have, I don't know if they're Twitch appropriate.
What what do you do? What are you doing?
Okay, so like, because like with recording certain oral scenes, you have to be like really like, it depends on how intense the oral scene is supposed to be.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll of course like prep myself by taking a phallic instrument
Uh-huh.
and prep myself that way. That way when I go to record, I'm not like gagging and throwing up all over myself recording.
Damn.
So that's one of the ways I prepare.
Thank you for the follow, MX.
I just drink a lot of warm water
Mm-hmm.
to prepare. I don't really do the whole like bruh bruh ma ma, like I don't do like vocal like a lot of like vocal warm ups.
Thank
I
you for the
just
follow,
try
Ari.
my best to lock in.
Yeah, okay. What are some parts of the voice acting process that most people don't really think about? The kind of behind the scenes stuff.
Oh, the type of insane like things you'll kind of have to do to like get the proper like sound. Like for example, I like okay, so I tweeted about this a while ago, and a lot of my listeners were surprised when I posted a video to show how I record wet sounds with my phallic instrument.
Mm-hmm.
And they were like, why is there bite marks all over it? And I was like, it's important. It has to have bite marks because, like, in my opinion, I think, like, recording with a fake phallic instrument is fine and all.
It is
but
fire
it's just, to me, it doesn't capture how wet it actually sounds in real life. Like, there's something about, like, not being, like, skin.
Mm-hmm.
That gets in the way of it sounding as wet as it should in real life.
Okay.
So something I started doing was like, I would like the bite noise that comes off when you bite it has this very squishy noise. So once I'm done like recording like the oral scene, I'll go back over it and I'll record like a bite sound, like me like biting into it, that at the same tempo as that I recorded it on.
Mm-hmm.
Because I feel like it creates like a fuller wet sound.
Mm.
So you kind of just look like a fucking idiot, just like sitting in front of your microphone, gnawing at this phallic instrument, and it feels really silly. Because you're just just freaking gnawing at it.
So what would you say is your favorite and least favorite part of the whole process?
Favorite part is definitely the editing, which I know probably sounds crazy because a lot of people are like, oh my god, editing is my least favorite part. It takes hours. Oh my god, I hate editing. I actually love editing.
Mm-hmm.
It's my favorite part because it's when all the bells and whistles and all of the like when it comes to life, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And my favorite part is, so I edit on my phone. I edit on GarageBand because it's free with iPhone.
Yeah.
God. So I edit on my phone. And really, I think the reason why a lot of people don't like editing is because, you know, you have to hunch over and be at a desk all day. Because I edit all of my audios on my phone on GarageBand, I kind of just like take my editing with me everywhere I go. So I'll literally just like be going on a jog and I'll like be editing on my jog, or I'll be like walking around my neighborhood and I'm just editing on my phone, walking around my neighborhood. So I think that takes a lot of the stress away.
Okay.
From editing is the fact that I don't have to be like hunched over at my desks for 12 hours.
Yeah,
And it
sure.
also allows me to lay down if my back is starting to hurt because I'm editing it on my phone. But yeah, like my favorite part, I love adding all of the bells and whistles and like turning the script into like the actual project.
Yeah, okay. I can see that.
My least favorite part definitely has to be recording. And that's because I am very, very, very anemic, low iron. So I passed out a few times if the scene is too intense.
Oh, no.
I've passed out quite a few times trying to record an intense scene, or if I haven't like drank enough water for that day, I just faint a little bit. And then I look up and be like, ah, damn it, I'm fainted again. So yeah, recording is definitely my least favorite part because I don't know if I'm fainting or not sometimes.
You gotta roll those dice.
No, really.
But it's interesting you say that you you edit on your phone, because my my last VA guest also said that she does her editing on her phone. So.
Oh, no way. Who?
Botanical Spring?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. So you are in good company with the editing on your phone.
It's so convenient.
Yeah, I can imagine.
There was a period in time where I used to do all of my recording on my phone too, on voice notes. Like I would just open voice notes. So much air and background noise in the background. It makes me cringe when I try to go back and listen to my old audios and hear all the from the wind in the background, because I used to record on my phone.
You sure that wasn't like just Foley work, you know?
Oh my goodness.
So for any kind of actor, improvisation is a good tool to have in your back pocket. Do you find it easy or difficult to improvise should you ever need to?
I find it a bit, it's kind of half and half when it comes to improvising for me. I've had to learn to get better at improvising. Before I was terrible at improvising, and I like needed a script for anything, like, and that's why like it would always like take me a bit to like produce an audio, because I'll be like, well, I need to write exactly what I'm gonna say at this second, and then I'm gonna put this moan here, and then I'm gonna moan just like this right here. And like everything had to be scripted.
Right.
But I got better at it over time, and now I would say today I'm much better at improvising than I used to be. But I definitely do feel like being able to improvise is important, especially if you want to break into other roles that are outside of NSFW. But especially just like even in NSFW, because oftentimes I'll get brought on for certain projects, and they're like, oh, no need for a script, just do what you want to do and I'll line it up to the animation. And I'm like, oh, okay, got you. And so it was that first time where somebody was like, oh, just do what you want to do and I'll just line it up. And I had to be like, okay, improvise. I gotta lock in. And I continued to practice from there. I think a lot of it genuinely has to do with practice. And I've now been like practicing my improv for like 4 years now, so I think I've gotten pretty good at it.
Yeah, wow. So, do you accept commissions for like voice work and stuff?
I do all the time. I actually just accepted 2 the other day.
So, coming from an artist and having interviewed a fair share of artists,
Mm-hmm.
I know that getting commission details is a lot more confusing than it has to be.
Mm-hmm.
What are
I've
some?
found a way to make it easier.
I was gonna say, what are some best practices for you when it comes to like accepting new commissions?
I think the first thing any artist should do is, now this is just what worked out for me. Now, I know a lot of artists get uncomfortable when it comes to like trying to get what they're worth, but it's how I've avoided having my time wasted
Mm-hmm.
in terms of like, is this person serious about wanting an audio commission? So, unless that person is a member of my Patreon, I charge a consultation fee, which is
Mm-hmm.
only $25. And charging a consultation fee at first, it gets all the people out of the way that aren't serious about wanting to commission anything, and they're just trying to like feel out exactly like what it is you do. Because I had to learn my lesson from the first time when I went back and forth with someone for like a week on what they wanted on an audio, and then they were like, okay, well, I just wanted to see what you charged. And I was like,
Oof.
oh, oh, this not happening again. This not happening again.
Absolutely
And then
not.
after that, I started charging a consultation fee. And honestly, ever since then, I've had no issues
Mm.
with getting people that are serious about wanting a commission. And now I know for a fact anyone who does fill out my form is serious because they are aware at the bottom of the form that they have to pay that $25 commission fee before we move forward.
Mm.
So that's one thing that really helped me in terms of getting details out of the way. Um, and two, making a very detailed Google form. Um, and like, I mean, like down to even asking the person before we get into contact and getting to emailing back and forth. I want you first to put what your general premise would be, and then I'll read it. Then I can know if it's something I'm capable of doing before we even get into the going back and forth stage of communicating with each other.
Right. Okay.
So yeah,
Yeah.
those are
Very.
things that
Yeah.
have helped me in terms of solidifying commissions and getting all of the details out of the way.
Mm. Yeah. Yeah. Mad respect on that. Um. What is like some like unnecessary information you might get from a commission or like a script request or something like that? Anything that's
What do
like
you mean?
you didn't
Like,
anything that's like
like they
kind of
didn't have to tell me, but they told
yeah.
me anyway? Oh, well, I don't know, honestly, because I feel like I'm honestly the one who kind of asks too many questions. Because when I commission someone, I like to get really not personal, but I do like to know a lot about that person. That way I can add elements about them into the audio.
Mm-hmm.
Um, because I like to try to make the audio feel as like personable as like possible.
Sure.
Um, but one time I had asked this guy that commissioned me if he had pictures of like family and friends around his apartment. That way, my character that I was writing could bring up the pictures inside of the audio. And, you know, he could have just said, yeah, there's pictures like on my desk, da da da. But he sent me a picture of the inside of his apartment to
Hell
just
yeah.
like show me the entire layout, which ended up being very beneficial because I was able to write a very descriptive audio based on his approximate living conditions.
Hmm. Nice. Nice. Is there anything that's like any like red flags or anything like that you see in a script where you're just like I'm not this is I can't do this?
Definitely, I have a hard limit with race play. Um, and this is gonna be so, so just left field, but I can't say the DADDY word.
Oh, okay.
I'm not into DDLG, and I can't be paid to do it either. I can't be asked. I can't be paid. Um, what else? Anything that feels a little too like it's dipping into the underage realm,
Mm,
because there's a lot of ways that like people will sneak, like age play into a script,
yeah.
and I have a very good eye for that. So I try my best to avoid scripts like that.
Mm. Yeah, definitely all like the, I would say probably the best things to keep an eye out for. Are there
But
any
other than
like?
that, I don't. Hmm?
No, keep going.
But other than that, I'm kind of very like open to like what I will perform, just so long as there's just like a general understanding that like this is all like fantasy, none of it is real, like all characters are over the age of 18.
Real quick, I'm going off of just the reference picture you sent me. Is this like an okay skin tone? You want me to like adjust it any head at all?
Do you think you can make it just a little more brown?
So okay, let's get so saturation and let's go value down a little bit, kind of like that.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. All right. Are there any like green flags? Anything where you're just like, oh, I have to do this with like anything that's just that grabs your attention right away?
Oh, anything F Dom, mommy.
Mm-hmm.
That's my bread and butter. That's my bread and butter. Anything F Dom,
Mm.
I'm running. I'm going in running.
I mean, it's the best kind, really, quite frankly. Um, do you have any characters in scripts you've done that you're particularly fond of? Like enough you'd want to have more scripts of them, or just more opportunities to voice them?
Mm, hmm. That's a good question. There's okay. So there's characters like that I've written that I've done like full series based off of them.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's an audio series that I had on my Patreon, and I think I posted it on GW, at least one part of it on GWA as well, is the Yandere Boss series.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of my listeners really enjoy when I do like British accents, and they call her British Dragons. Um, but like me doing like that kind of voice is a big um part of like the Yandere like Boss series. So I honestly like I love making series out of any character that doesn't really have like my voice, but has like just like any like fun kind of voice, whether it be like a British accent or I'm just doing any kind of like fun voice. I like making characters in series around those characters.
Okay. I know you've said you've mostly been doing not safe work stuff, but have you gotten any or even just like auditioned for any safe work parts before?
Oh yeah, all the time. So recently I've been, well, not recently, it's been like for the past year and some change, but I've been a recurring voice actress in the YouTube channel Rab So Petty. He does hood dub animations.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like they take like the animation, like okay, for example, like Jujutsu Kaisen, which I have a very big recurring role in.
Mm-hmm.
Jujutsu Kaisen, they take that show and they basically just, it's just a funny fan fan dub, but
Yeah.
it's just like very very black coded, like very like black culture coded. A lot of like references to like black culture, history, black comedy, and as it's a really popular series that he's got going on his channel. I think it has like over 10 million total views on the that specific Jujutsu Kaisen series has over 10 million views. Um so yeah, I do a lot of like fan dub work.
Okay.
My main goal is to one day voice like in like a big time anime, but you know, that's gonna come with time.
Yeah.
But for the time being, I do quite a bit of like SFW work
Mm.
as well.
And is there anything about SFW work that you like better than doing not safe for work stuff?
Um, I think the only thing I would like better is that I don't risk fainting because of all the like heavy breathing you have to do for NSFW.
Sure.
But I do enjoy doing NSFW work more than I enjoy doing SFW work.
Mm.
Mostly because with the NSFW work, I guess because I do a lot of the writing and the idea making, and idea making is one of the most fun parts to me.
Mm. Have you ever done any sort of collaborative work with anybody?
Well, you mean like SFW or
Yeah,
NSFW?
NSFW stuff.
So I'm actually like in the process of working on quite a few collabs right now with Wildflower Phoenix, My Cat with Claws. Why are their names blanking on me? um, Venus Velours.
Mm-hmm.
Damn, why can't I remember their names? Coco Kimmy, Lilith Morningstar. Oh my goodness, why can't I remember their names? This is so embarrassing. But it's a bunch of other fembies. I'm in the process. Oh, Audio Eve. Um, I'm in the process of doing a whole bunch of different collabs with them alongside like one like big mega collab that I'm kind of curating with them.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I don't want to say too much because I can't. It's a little bit of a surprise, so I can't say too much. But
Yeah. Okay. And then what do you what is it like working as like in a collaborative sort of sense? Like, do you often do like you just record individual parts and then you put them all together? Is it like a thing of you're like you get in a call or something like that and you just sort of talk it out? Like, what's kind of the
now the best part about this is that like we don't have to be in a call. Me personally, I'm not somebody who can do the whole like live recording with one another. I don't
sure?
have that dog in me. I can't do it. I don't got that dog in me. I will stiffen up so quickly, especially if it's NSFW. Like, I just can't moan on the phone with somebody, even if I know it's not real. Like, I know it's not real. I know we're just like doing a project, but I will laugh and I will not be able to take it serious.
That's totally fair, honestly.
But it's been really great just being able to like work with people that like you can give them the reference and they're gonna know what to do from there, or like I'll record my lines or they'll record their lines and we'll like take that person's recording and work around the recording.
Mm. Uh, who are some of your favorite voice actors, both safe for work and not safe for work?
What's my favorite what?
Voice actors.
Okay. Ooh. Okay. Favorite. Obviously, one of my huge. It is so. I'm so mad that I genuinely can't remember this woman's name, because she's literally like my biggest like SFW voice acting inspiration. But she plays the English voice for Maki, and she also plays the Alex in Kuroko Basketball. But I'm so mad I can't remember her name. But she plays the English voice for Maki in Jujutsu Kaisen. Obviously,
Allegra Clark.
I think that's her name.
Yeah, I just looked it up.
Okay, yes.
Mm.
Uh, Obviously Alex Lee, mostly because I love like, not in terms of like voice, because like he voices male characters, but like because of like how he grinds. Like he's got such a hard grind. Like he's in everything. Like you can't open nothing without seeing Alex Lee in the credits. And I just think that like I love people who like grind, work hard, like are passionate about their craft. That's this is extremely inspiring to me.
Mm.
Um, Kaiji Tang, NSFW wise, Bordeaux Black, Cottontail,
Mm.
Pixie Willow, Cinder Dryad.
It's that's your Mount Rushmore of
Yes.
NSFW.
Heavy on Bordeaux Black. Every time I have to do like an F Dom voice, I try my best to channel her.
Mm. Put that like that. Perfect. Okay. I know you said you're working on a few different collabs here and there, but are there any other kind of grand plans or aspirations for you in the future? Like any big dream projects you've always wanted to do?
So there is this, like, so I'm obsessed with the TV show Law and Order Special Victims Unit. It's my favorite TV show.
Uh huh.
I've been writing for like the past 6 months, like a very deep, detailed, like play-by-play on what would be like a proper season of like an SVU, but just like in an NSFW way, and also mixing in some SFW like elements as well.
Yeah. Okay.
It would require a very large cast, so it's something that like I've been taking my time to curate well, and like being on the internet and scouring like a lot of like voice actors, specifically male voice actors, because I don't really know too many.
Right.
And that's just a project that I'm really looking forward to, is when I'm officially done writing this and I can finally start like actually like putting it together.
Yeah, it sounds exciting. What's like the biggest part you've kind of auditioned for, but maybe you didn't get it?
I think because I've only just recently started like auditioning for things.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know if I've gotten the role or not, because I haven't like yet received an email on if I've gotten the role or not.
Fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed.
Mm. Uh, so with like other kind of like crafts and mediums and stuff like that, with like art, for instance, there's oftentimes you have to kind of like pick up other disciplines while you're sort of working on that. Like for instance, I've had to I've learned a little bit of 3D modeling and stuff like that while I do illustrating and stuff. Is there anything like that with like voice acting, or at least your voice acting kind of journey so far?
That's a good question. So, yeah, like, yeah. So, when you ask that, do you mean like things that like I've picked up along the way, like?
Yeah.
Okay. Definitely. I think. Okay. So I think something, one of the most important things I've picked up along the way from like doing all of this, is genuinely, honestly, being more comfortable with myself in, because there was a long like period of time where I used to hate hearing the sound of my voice, but because of like this, I feel like along the way like it's taught me to just like be like just more confident in myself in general.
Right.
Because there's a lot of things about yourself you have to get used to if you're doing anything in terms of like NSFW,
Sure.
especially if it's like you're doing NSFW on like yourself, whether it be like visual or erotic. There's there's a lot you have to get yourself comfortable with, and like get yourself out, like break yourself out of your comfort zone.
Mm. Real quick, two things: eye color and also like makeup color. Do you have a preference on either? I mean, I have obviously not a preference on like eye color. Like, what's just
Brown eyes is good.
like kind of that work?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And then like lipstick or like eyeshadow or stuff like that. Any input on that?
Whatever you want to do.
Okay.
I want to see what you create.
All right. Sort of. You say you often will write your own scripts. Do you have any kind of advice for people who are maybe getting started with writing and that might need a bit of advice on like how to improve their writing in terms of like not being able to tell?
So honestly, the best thing I can say to do is just write how you would say something in that moment. Like, try your best to imagine yourself in the scenario and write what it is that like you would either say yourself or something that you would want to hear in that scenario. And everything else around it, you can fill in, like, because of course there's like filler on, like, when it comes to audio erotica, having to like describe each action. Once you've got down the base of like how it is that you would say, you can then just fill in from there like what the action is. But I think it's always best to start with what it is that you would personally say or want to hear in that situation.
Okay. And then what would you say to somebody who might be like, oh, I don't know how, if I'm getting better like with other kinds of things, it might be easier to tell, but like how do I know I'm improving with my art, with my writing?
I guess the only way you'll know you're improving is how other people are receptive to it.
Okay. Do you ever notice kind of like small things, like whenever you are like, I don't know, if you find yourself listening to like kind of erotic audios, or like if you kind of find yourself like listening to like voice acting performances and stuff, do you notice like things that you might not have noticed before? Like how like what film students will notice like cuts and stuff like that when they're after they've been like students for a while.
Like if like things that I notice like in other things outside of erotica or inside of erotica?
Both. Like whenever like you listen, like you hear like a voice performance, you're like, oh, they did this thing for that.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Sometimes when I'm like watching a TV show, or specifically when it comes to like a cartoon, I'll notice if like a character's mic has peaked out.
Okay.
Like if they scream, and like I can pick up if the mic peaked. I'm like they kept it when the mic peaked. It broke the sound barrier. They kept it for comedic relief. Or if somebody like I can, because of how common a lot of like sound effects are, I'll know exactly where somebody got a sound effect from. I'd be like, I know this. This is that sound effect that was on YouTube posted 4 years ago. That's the stupid stuff I'm picking up.
And then do you have like what's a work that you're particularly proud of? Like anything that you look back on and you think, man, I really fucking crushed it with this.
Ooh, it's quite a few in my audios, but most recently is my performance in the in Rab So Petty's Hood Jujutsu Kaisen episode 0. The specific scene where Yuta and Maki had that deep conversation with each other about Maki's past. I am very proud of my vocal performance. Oh, and very recently, he's started doing her Don Da Don, and a lot of people are telling me that my voice impression of um, Momo is very close to canon. So I'm very proud of that too.
Nice, nice. And those are all of the sort of structured, like written out voice acting questions that I have. So what I always like to do around this time is I like to give the interviewer mic over to my guest and allow them to ask me any kind of question they might have about me. So the floor is yours.
So why'd you want to start doing this, like interview and stuff?
So I had, I wouldn't call it a problem, but I had this thing where I had gotten, I guess, a taste for like collabing with other VTubers and things. And also I had this problem of wanting to like do art on stream, but if anyone who is an avid follower of me knows, whenever I try and draw on stream and also talk while I'm drawing on stream, I just make word vomit for like an hour.
Yeah, same.
I cannot do both. So I thought of putting them together and kind of like having in a way having my guests talk for me, and then I get to draw on stream, I get to collab with more people, and I get to still like I get to reach out to people, and I get to know more like content creators and stuff like that.
That's actually really cool.
Yeah, the not safe for work part of it, where I kind of branched into that from VTubers, was I think I had recently reached out to an artist that I had commissioned a few times, and we had started like just like talking and hanging out or whatever. Well, on calls, and I was like, man, like, not safe for work, like. It would be so cool if like people were like interviewing you guys, and I was like, oh, that's it.
There was one other guy that I know of who did an interview style kind of similar to this, but like he only ever did like NSFW voice actors. His name is Cooley VA. You don't quite see him much in this community anymore. Well, I recently saw him on Twittergram, but he's mostly on Blue Sky now.
But yeah, I think I definitely wanted to have wanted to branch out and get I guess cross out all of those various things with one simple thing.
Okay. Oh, I just bumped into my mic. So like, what do you enjoy most about doing these audios aside from like, like making new connections and building bridges?
I mean, besides that, I mean, it's definitely good to be able to like stretch out my drawing muscles a bit more, because I wouldn't say I've been lacking with my art, but I've up until like the beginning of this year, I had been kind of neglecting myself doing art lately, and I had kind of gotten back into it, and I felt like being able to just like go on stream and just like practice for like an hour, 2 hours a day was definitely like just worth spending my time on.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's not noticeable at all.
The art is coming out pretty.
Thank you. Well, I'll just say it's not very difficult to make it that way. So do you have any other hobbies besides doing like voice work and stuff?
I really enjoy learning new languages. Recently, I've been brushing back up on my Korean lessons.
Ooh.
I started teaching myself Korean when I was in high school, and I fell off of it very badly. And so recently, I've been getting back into learning it again,
Nice, nice.
playing Sudoku. I got a lot of old lady habits. Do you have any hobbies outside of art and interviewing?
I like I like a good video game, but I've kind of I don't want to say that I've like kind of fallen off playing video games because I haven't. I'm still very much addicted to them, but
Mm-hmm.
um, I will say that they are less and less on my mind than they were before.
Mm-hmm.
Just because I gotta keep up with like doing all the other stuff I have to do,
Right.
like work and these. But yeah, nah. I also collect Warhammer stuff. If you're familiar with Warhammer.
I have a friend that plays Warhammer, but I don't know much about it.
Hmm. Yeah, it's big dumb board game with like books and books of lore. I just started like getting into it myself like a couple years ago, so do not blame you there. Also, before you ask, this isn't like glow stick fluid. This is I'm blocking out where shadows should go when I put shadows in, and this just makes it easier to see where they actually go. Yeah. I my when I had Botanical on earlier, she was I used like a teal blue, and she was like, what are you doing there? And it was I had to yeah so. Oh, I don't want this to sound like I'm trying to kick you out, but if
No, not at all.
usually when uh, questions are done, you are I let you go. I free you from this commitment whenever you want to go. So
Of course, thank you so much for having me. This was fun.
yeah, of course.
Have a good day, everybody.
Yep.
I can't wait to see the art when it's finished.
I will send it to you when it is.
Yes, thank you so much. Thank you for having me too.
Thank you
Have
for
a
being
rest
on.
of your day.
Yep. Goodbye. Okay, let's see. I'm going to send y'all to somebody. Da, 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 da. Let's see. Who's on? Damn. I don't know. You guys have any preference on where you wanna raid? Let's just. And I'll throw you guys to Shy Lily. Why not? Let's do that. Oh, we can't raid her. That's fine. I will be back on at 7. So, thank you all for all following. I really, really appreciate that. Yeah, I will be having 2 VTubers on at that time. So if you want to stop in for that, that would be awesome. And yeah. This has been fun. Catch y'all on the flip side.